focus as far as we want to go.
So what's the key, I mean, for a player to do well in this tournament? I mean, is it just relaxing and playing, or is it just energy, or is it a combination of
It's
things?
all energy, and I mean, and there's like you said, with being relaxed, there's certain situations where you do need to be calm. You could go down, for about 2 or 3 buckets. You can't start freaking out, and panicking, obviously. So, like in those situations, definitely stay relaxed. But I mean, I think it's all coming down to just energy, and back to what I was saying last week, it was just dogfights. You got to win the dogfight. If you want it more than the other guy, that's really who's going to end up, coming out with it. And I've been watching some games today, and a lot has just been, guys just playing harder. I've seen a lot of senior, junior class guys, just out there fighting, and that's what's keeping them in the game. So. That's really all it is, I think.
How long did it take you all to get over that loss last year in this tournament? Earlier than you expected?
I mean, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of, hits you a little bit, of course, I never like losing. Willis last year, we lose games or something, I don't know if it was from frustration or just for the love of game that you just hated losing that much. You'd be teary-eyed, sometimes you're crying after, games we lost, and, I thought it was just, being like at the age, I'm at now, I was just like, why is this guy crying? And it was just like, he just loves the game that much, so, I think, I don't know, I think back to this year, though, a lot of our players on our team have a sense of urgency, and they know futures depend on, us making it really far in this tournament, so that's what we're doing right now. We're focused on Northern Kentucky, and then, you don't know who's going to, win their games, so, why worry about somebody who, you're not going to be potentially playing.
Derek, Northern Kentucky has four guys from Kentucky in the top 5 schools. How geeked do you think they'll be to play UK?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
So how geeked do you think those Kentucky kids on NKU will be to play you guys?
I think it's a very exciting game for not only them, but for a lot of people in the state of Kentucky. Obviously, we have a Big Blue Nation, huge fan base, and even in Northern Kentucky, I'm sure everyone around the Commonwealth wants them to see do well as well. So it'll be a really exciting game. And me and Dominique, we grew up playing against LaVon Holland, who I think starts for them. So it'll be fun. They're going to be amped up to play us, and we're going to be right back at them too.
You were at Willis to play against him at Val?
Yeah. So he played at Team Valley at the time. And then, I mean, we've always played against each other, AAU, high school, just anything. So, he's really talented player.
Derek, what do you think flipped the switch for Bam, especially rebounding-wise? I mean, a month ago, people were wondering why he wasn't getting more in the last 9 games. He's averaging 10.5 rebounds a game.
Yeah, you got to think. He's their Bam's such a vital component to our team that and the coaches ask a lot of him. They're on him about blocking shots, they're on about getting rebounds, they're on him about making certain post moves. Why are you going up this way and this way? Just you're so much more athletic than everybody jump over, and just like they're always some they're harping on him about. But it's just because they want to get better, obviously. But I mean, Bam's been. He's been one of the best players I've seen come through here, and take all his criticism and everything they're throwing at him, and just still play through it, and do what he's asked to do. He never complains about anything. But I don't know. I mean, he's doing great, honestly.
Do you feel like it just took some time? Like now he's kind of putting all those pieces together. Talk about all those things the coaches have thrown at him that now he's kind of getting each of those things and putting them together.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, back to the rebounding thing, I think it's just been a thing where, as long as he's keeping guys off the glass, our team's athletic enough to where anybody's, Isaiah's getting, at times 10, 12 rebounds a game. And then it was like me for, the spurts, I was getting 10 plus a game. So it just factors in like that. Some days it'll be Bam. So as long as we're keeping, bodies off the board and then, grab the rebound and getting out, then I feel like that's all I can ask for.
Derek, how do you guys get fired up tomorrow night when you're such an overwhelming favorite, 15 seed against a 2 seed? So where does the fire come from?
Just all starts with yourself. Before the game, get yourself mentally prepared to go out there and play against the opponent. And I think this game definitely means a little bit more to us, being it's like in-state kind of. I don't want to say rivalry, just the in-state, battle, and it's going to be, a really hyped-up game. A lot of people are going to be watching it, and it's just going to be a fun atmosphere.
How does that impact the in-state part of it? You say?
You have of course, you have Big Blue Nation fans, and you got the people support Northern Kentucky, around the Commonwealth. So You kind of torn between the two, but I think regardless, they're gonna have overwhelming support for both the teams, and like I said, it'd be a fun atmosphere, it'd be interesting.
And you and you're from Kentucky, obviously.
Right.
I've always heard for years that makes a difference for a player being from Kentucky. Yet when I ask some of your teammates, they have a hard time figuring out what that is.
It's it's one of the things. They're not gonna really understand it unless you're kind of you come from Kentucky. Like I said, I won't understand some things happen where Zay's from New Jersey. I won't understand some Jersey things like you won't understand some stuff where I'm from. So
how do you think it impacts the being from Kentucky? What is the difference?
I think it kind of like ups the ante a little bit more in a sense. I feel like there's a lot more pride that comes with it. I think Northern Kentucky, they might always hear stuff about UK, U of L, different schools of that nature, and I feel like they might be able to prove a point, and they're going to come at us, and we're going to have to come right back. So first game's always the toughest, and it'll be fun though.
Derek, what's been the difference for you defensively these past few games? It seems like you've really locked in on that side of the floor.
I think with Coach Cal said, it was me getting engaged, kind of turn things around. But I don't know. I think it's just me kind of just focusing in on postseason, honestly, being more aware of a lot of the different matchups we're in. Like I said, I know like the game plan for every spot. It seems like I'm trying to stay locked in on defense end, of course, and then just go down the offensive end and do what I do. So, yeah, that's just been the main point.
Have you done anything in particular to work on blocking shots? It seems like that's been your bread and butter of late.
No, just like I said, I think it's just, been with being more locked in and kind of aware of like the actions that are happening with the opposite team, and then, going out and just being there for my teammates. I think that's all it is.
Who's the first game